the 2025 First Robotics Competition and this year's challenge, Reefscape, presented by Haas. Let's hear it from the crowd. Who's excited for day 2 of matches? I'm hearing some excitement all around the field. I love it. We had a fantastic day yesterday of qualification matches. Teams, thank you for your gracious professionalism, both on and off the field. Your determination, sportsmanship, creativity, and enthusiasm has been terrific, and we're going to keep it up today as the competition intensifies. Regardless of how today plays out, remember that this season and today is part of a much longer journey here at First. First Robotics Competition, even though it's got competition in the name, it really isn't about the competition. It's about preparing for the future and building a community of leaders, preparing you to tackle the world's biggest challenges. It's exciting to think about the impact that so many of you will have in our world over the next 50 years. Being a first team member means access to education and career discovery opportunities, such as industry certifications, internships, and scholarships. First offers you the opportunity to network with employers and a place in the First community for life. You can learn more about all the ways to make the most of your First experience at firstinspires.org/alumni, or you can also learn more at our welcome table here at the event. Any alumni here or graduating seniors, you can also get your alumni pins at the welcoming table throughout the day. And we will take a class of 2025 photo during the closing ceremonies this afternoon. As we start the season, we would like to give a special thank you to this year's Champion of Strategic Impact, BAE Systems, for their leadership and support. Please direct your attention over to our screen for a video from BAE Systems.
Imagine a world without direction. A place where destinations cannot be traversed. And exploring beyond our boundaries is no longer achievable. But you are the next generation of problem solvers, ensuring this doesn't become reality. To lead the world and sustain the future of innovation, we need more dreamers and creators like you. For decades, BAE Systems and First have worked together to inspire the next generation of STEM innovators, ensuring you have the opportunity to explore, learn, and achieve, to develop unique problem-solving skills, building the confidence to make the impossible possible. You are the key to bringing all this to life, developing technology that hasn't even been dreamed of yet. Together, we're cultivating the future and building a world that you believe in.
All right, and next up, we'd like to hear from a sponsor that supports New England First through mentoring teams and providing volunteers to run events. Let's take a moment to check out what GE Aerospace is up to when they're not volunteering with us.
Flying is beautiful. Even the idea of flying is beautiful. Taking to the air to see the earth as boundless and borderless? Surely the skies were never meant to be the sole province of birds. We were meant to fly. Flying connects us to the people we love, transports us to the places we dream about, protects us, defends us, and brings the world closer together. We play no small part in making those connections possible, for we are a company of storied inventors and timeless innovators. The men and women who built America's first jet engine, who are now building the Idea engine that will power the future of flight. A company of thinkers and dreamers, engineers and aviators. A company with the freedom to soar. Every day, millions of people take wing on our creations, and yet there are a billion more still earthbound who yearn to fly. This is our mission, to lift us all to even greater heights. We were meant to invent. We were meant to explore. We were meant to connect. We were meant to dream. We were meant to fly.
engineering leader at GE Aerospace, as our guest speaker this morning. Please welcome to the field Scott Pelletier.
All right, can you hear me all right? Perfect. Well, thank you for welcoming today, welcoming me. I really appreciate the opportunity. I've had the pleasure and honor of working at GE Aerospace for 26 years. For those of you who don't know GE Aerospace, we are a global leader in manufacturing, designing, and producing jet engines, systems, and components that go on to many of the aircraft that you've likely flown on. I wouldn't be surprised if everyone here has actually flown on GE, either planes or helicopters in their past. We're everywhere, and it's actually a great opportunity for us. GE has been producing engines, aircraft, and components for about 100 years or more, and we are one of the leaders in developing these and designing, whether it's for fuel efficiency improvements, or efficiency, or reliability, sustainability. We've been doing it and innovating year after year. It's been a fantastic opportunity and really embraces the true opportunities with engineering going forward. I will say that on my drive home yesterday after this competition, I was reflecting on everything that I saw the teams do here in designing, and it brought to my head 3 items that I really felt were a parallel between what we do at GE Aerospace and what we do here. The first one I'll start with is innovation. From the robotics competition, you are set with a task to design, develop, manufacture, produce, and test a working robot in under 2 months. That is a monumental feat and a really tough task to put on everybody, and everyone's done a fantastic job with that. At GE Aerospace, it's very similar because daily we are asked in a very tight time period to also design and produce parts and to fix everything that's going on in the field and what's going on. I'd say our worlds live in the same place as far as the need for that opportunity. The next one I will talk about is related to problem solving. As much as we love to design everything and it works perfectly, that's not the real world. We have to understand that problems happen, and when they do happen, it's how we react to them. We have to understand and diagnose what the issues are, understand what we can do to fix it, and really come up with creative solutions in order to really get that product up and running. And that is in the heart and soul of everything we do at the robotics competition, as well as what we do at GE. The third one is teamwork, and this is displayed tremendously here at the competition. I've truly impressed with talking with all the teams over the past day, and really what the teamwork is and what the effort is in order to support that. Relying on each other on your teams, supporting each other, but more importantly, reaching out to the other teams and recognizing when they have a challenge or an issue, it's not just you that's helping out, you're helping out all the other teams in order to make them successful. Yes, on the battlefield, it is a true battle, but out in the pit, it's a true family of what I've been seeing. So overall, I really wanted to say that I'm inspired by what I'm seeing here. We are really, truly defining and creating the future technology leaders of the world, and really what we hope for GE Aerospace coming back to us. So I will leave you with one final thought. Just remember, I'll say, the results are important, but it's really the journey that you're on which is most important. What you learn, what you take out of it, your resilience going forward is really what's important. So thank you for your time. Appreciate it. And good luck with the rest of the competition.
Thank you so much, Scott. All right, to make first events run smoothly, it takes many dedicated volunteers. It's a lot of work, but it's also a lot of fun. And we can always use more volunteers. So I encourage you to come join our fun. We've got lots of New England events coming up, so maybe look to see where you could volunteer. Let's show your appreciation to the terrific volunteers here, starting with our judges. Hopefully you had the chance to meet with them and impress them yesterday. We're going to give a big round of applause and warm welcome to our judges. Let's also welcome back our referees over here in the black and white. And next up, please show your appreciation for another talented group of volunteers, your robot inspectors, led by lead robot inspector Mark Seidman. As a reminder, all teams must be re-inspected after the final qualification match to be eligible to play in the playoffs tournament. There are so many volunteers that put countless hours into working and planning before and during an event. Please show your appreciation first for your field volunteers. This includes resetters, cuers, scorekeepers, and the FTAAs, led by FTAs Connor and Jacob and field supervisor Alex Corey. They're all in the back over there waving. We also have your pit volunteers. This includes pit admins, spare parts, and safety attendants. And they have your awesome pit admin supervisor, Sandy Gabriel. And last up, I want to recognize the volunteers working behind the scenes to get stuff running, like volunteer registration, and they are led by our amazing volunteer coordinator, Andrew Tang. All right, now here's today's schedule. I know we're all ready to get to these playoff matches eventually, qualifications and then playoffs. So in the morning, we're starting with the quals, and then we will go into alliance selections, where the top 8 teams will each pick 2 partners, and these 8 alliances will then move into playoffs. After a lunch break, we will begin the playoff matches and present awards between the rounds of matches. Then we will end the competition with a final closing and awards ceremony. It's going to be a ton of fun. Remember, safety first, have water, have food in between your breaks, and make the most of it. Now, please stand if you are able for our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the thundering light what so proudly we run by the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, what so badly we run by the silent ways. Oh my gosh. The bombs bursting in air gave true to the light that our flag was still there. Oh, say that's the star-spangled never rain for the land of the free and the home of the brave. Oh man, I messed up.
Thank you, guys. And with that, we are ready to start the day. Let's hear from our crowd. Who's excited? Who thinks their team is going to be really, really good in qualification matches this morning? Who just wants to see a robot shoot something and do something pretty cool? Okay, we got lots of fun happening here. My last thing I gotta do is welcome the rest of our Voices crew. We got Abby joining me as MC and Anthea and Gaffy on the game announcer mic. We will have the robots coming out onto the field, and we'll be back with you shortly for qualification 56, I believe. Thank you all. All right, robot fans, we're starting off strong with qualification match number 56. We've got 3 teams in your top 10 of the rankings already. First up on the Red Alliance, make some noise. It's 10-3-93.
From Foxborough, Massachusetts, they're the Foxborough Warriors.
Their alliance partners are 28-76.
Driving their robot purple, they're the Devilbots.
And bringing some tough competition to the field is 1-5-1.
Tough matches don't laugh, but tough techs do. They're the Tough Techs.
Making our way down to your Blue Alliance. First up is team 58-13.
A neighborhood group from Concord, New Hampshire, they're Morpheus.
And their alliance partners 53-47.
Driving their robot seahorse, they're the Griffins.
Rounding out on blue, it's 8-6-2-6.
Here in their 5th season, they're the Cyber Sailors.
We're ready to kick it off for day 2 of Greater Boston. Drivers behind the lines in 3, 2, 1, go!
Qualification 56 starting off with 6 robots moving 28-76 going up high. Morpheus doing the same on the Blue Alliance. Just barely dropping that Carl. Let's see if they can get that back and tally up. But they're going back for another, and they grab that. 1-5-1. Ready to score now in the tally up. The score is 23-9, blue to red, as drivers take control. 10-3-93 scoring 1 on the lowest part of the reef. 151 and 28-76 both going for L4s. Morpheus on the blue alliance heading back with a piece of coral in hand. Their alliance partners is Cyber Sailors 8626 with a piece of algae rocking around the field. Let's see where that'll go in the processor or the barge. 28-76 lining up for that L4 on the red alliance. We have a defender on the blue side of the field. 10-3-93 defending one of those coral stations. 5-3-4-7 going against them. Pushed around by 10-3-93's defense. 28-76 still ready to score that L4. Their alliance partners doing the same. 53-47 and 10-3-93 going head to head on the blue side of the field. Morpheus and Cyber Sailors working to fill their reef. Cyber Sailors with another piece of algae in hand. There's already one piece of algae in the blue barge that goes towards their barge points. We're approaching 1 minute left in this match. 151, the Tough Techs still cycling back and forth from their coral station to their reef. Their alliance partner 28-76 seems to be out of the water, but they still have 1 minute to get back into this match. Cyber Sailors and Morpheus on the blue alliance working together to put those coral onto the field. 86-26 with another piece of algae in hand. Going up for the barge. They shoot, they score. There are now 2 pieces of algae in the blue barge with 33 seconds left in this match. 151 going up high for that L4 coral once again. 28-76. Blinking. Let's see if they're able to come back for endgame. Morpheus going towards the low cage in the blue barge. Cyber Sailors going to help with another piece of algae. 151 and 10-3-93 heading towards their barges as well. Blue Alliance teams joining. 151, the Tough Techs hoping to score one more piece before time expires. We have 3 blue bots on the barge. We have 1 red robot on the barge. And we have your scores. Blue Alliance with a score of 110-58. Blue is walking away with 5 ranking points, 3 for the win, 1 for autonomous, 1 for the barge. This means that Morpheus keeps their 3rd seed spot. 53-47 and 86-26 going up to 11 and 18 respectively.
We're on to the second matchup of the day, and I think this Red Alliance has some of my favorite robot names. We've got Poseidon, Doctimus Prime, and Captain Barnacles all teaming up in this match. Let's meet these teams. First up, make some noise for 63-24.
The grass is greener at 63-24. They're the Blue Devils.
Their alliance partners are 55-63.
From Lynn, Massachusetts, it's Phalanx.
And rounding it out, they're competing in their 16th season, and they also have a student celebrating their 16th birthday. It's 3323.
They're ready to tap into their potential. It's potential energy.
Coming over to your Blue Alliance, first up is 509.
Taking the world by storm, it's Red Storm.
Their alliance partners are 4761.
Driving the robot princess, they're the Robotics.
And rounding it out is Team 78.
From Aquidneck Island Robotics, they're Airstrike.
We've got your thumbs up on the field for qualification match number 57. Drivers behind the lines in 3, 2, 1, go!
Match number 57 with movement from all 6 robots trying to get that autonomous ranking point. 6 of the 24 goes up high to L4. 78 Airstrike getting ready to get a piece of coral. Coming back to their reef. In autonomous going up for the L4 score as well. Now in tally up, 63-24 slams into the coral station to get a piece of coral for their reef. 78 Airstrike goes back once again. 509 stretching up high for that L4 coral. 55-63 coming back with a piece of coral for L2 as well as their alliance partner 33-23 potential energy puts that algae into their processor. 509 Red Storm cycling back to their reef. Algae goes up for the Blue Alliance. Algae goes up for the Red Alliance. We are 1-1 for Algae in the barge. 63-24 goes up high on L4 once again. 509 trying to go after more of that Algae. 70 Airstrike putting one on the lowest level of the reef. 47-61 coming to get that piece of coral on the Blue Alliance as well. 55-63 helping 63-24 with the coral on the red side of the field. 33-23 going for the algae. This team is one of synergy on the Red Alliance. 78 Airstrike going up high to put 4 algae balls, to make up 4 algae balls in their barge. Here on the Blue Alliance, they have all but 2 LG balls left on their reef. Same with the Red Alliance, as that's another LG ball for the Blue Alliance barge. Less than 1 minute left in this match. 78 getting stuck on that reef, going airborne. 509 Red Storm putting the algae instead, and they're off of that reef. 78 is freed. 509 putting another piece of algae up into the blue barge with their human player. 33-23 going for the algae as well. Both alliances now no longer have algae on their reef. 63-24 going for that coral score. 55-63 as well, back on the Red Alliance. 33-23 on the blue side of the field, being joined by their alliance partner. 55-63 for the barge. 2 red robots and the barge right now in endgame. Looks like 33-23 is trying to climb as 63-24 goes to cycle more coral before time runs out. 55-63 could be airborne. We'll see how that scores as 47-61 heads back to the barge and time expires. And we have your score. With a score of 158-89, taking away the new event high score for Greater Boston, Red Alliance wins with 4 ranking points, 3 for the win, 1 for autonomous. There's going to be upward movement for all 3 of our Red Alliance teams, with 91 points scored for Coral in match 57 here at Greater Boston.
And with that new high score, let's meet our teams for the next matchup, qualification 58. We're just going to keep seeing higher and higher scores today, I'm sure of it. First up, for your red, it's 90-56.
From Kent Hill School, they're the Cyber Huskies.
In the middle, make some noise for 348.
Driving their robot resilience, they're Norwell Robotics.
And rounding out this Red Alliance, it's Team 1761.
Here from Lynn, Massachusetts, they're the Steampunk Tigers.
Let's meet your teams over on blue. First up, they are topping the charts. I want to see their Spotify Wrapped. It's 6731.
All of their robot names start with the letter M. They're Record Robotics.
Their alliance partners, it's all Live Quack Love. With this team, it's 2423.
Driving their robot, the Quackin', they're the Quarks.
And rounding it out for blue, make some noise for 246.
From Boston University Academy, they're the Lobster Bots.
We've got your thumbs up on the field. Qualification match number 58. Drivers behind the lines in 3, 2, 1, go!
Match 58 with movement from all 6 robots once again. 90-56 going up to score their preloaded corals. 67-31 and Quarks moving together in autonomous to score as many points as they can. There's 2 L4s for the blue alliance now. Setting them up for the score. From autonomous. Now in tally up 3-4-8 normal robotics swerving around the field. Trying to find the best place to put that coral. 17-61 going up. They're the Steampunk Tigers. Record Robotics trying to get that piece of algae off of the blue reef. Lobster Bots and Quarks working together at that same coral station. Quarks pushing a piece of coral away from their bumpers. 90-56 are the Cyber Huskies working, but another piece of coral descoring that algae. And getting ready to place their coral onto their side of the reef. That's one piece of algae up for the red barge from the human player. 24-23, the Quarks going down on L2. Record Robotics descoring that algae from the blue reef. 70-61 inching up, and away to score on L4. 90-56 going to L3. 24-23 here on L3 as well for the Blue Alliance. Another piece of algae up in the red barge with 1 minute and 10 seconds left in this match. The score is 54-27, blue to red, but red still has time to catch up and take the lead here for match number 58. 90-56 getting another piece of coral from their coral station. Coming back around the field to score that up high, descoring a piece of algae before they do so. Quarks on the Blue Alliance stretching up. Piece of coral in hand, dropping that before going back to get yet another piece. Lobster Bot smashing into some algae before trying to get another piece of coral from their human player. 90-56, the Cyber Huskies going up once again for L3. 17-61, Steampunk Tigers helping their alliance partner with the reef. The Quarks are ready, approaching the barge here in 22 seconds left. It's almost endgame, and there it is. We're seeing Steampunk Tigers going up towards the barge. Quarks trying to climb that blue cage. One red robot, one blue robot at the barge. 3-4-8 normal joining. 17-61 at the barge. 67-31 doing the same for blue. As time runs out. Robot friends, do you want to see some scores for that match? With a score of 105 to 52, Blues walking away with 5 ranking points for that match, 3 for the win, 1 for autonomous, and 1 for the barge.
And with that, we are ready to meet our teams in qualification match number 56, another exciting one. We have your current 2nd, 4th, and 5th ranked teams in this matchup. First for red is 40-48.
Driving the robot Reflex, it's Redshift.
Next up for red, make some noise for 6201.
From Somerville, Massachusetts, they're the Highlanders.
And rounding it out on red is 2713.
Driving the robot Justin, it's Red Hawk Robotics.
Let's see your Blue Alliance. First up is 5459.
Here in their 11th season, it's the Ipswich Tigers.
Their alliance partners are 10-54.
From Falmouth High School, they're the Regal Seagulls.
And rounding it out for blue is 4311.
From Swampscott, Massachusetts, they're the Swampscott Currents.
I just have thumbs up on the field for qualification match number 59. Drivers behind the lines in 3, 2, 1, go.
Here on qualification match 59, movement from all 6 robots once again, 6201 going up high with their alliance partners, 2713. Back on the blue side of the field, 5459. As they start the teleoperated period, Red Hawk Robotics shifting that coral outside of the robot to score the one they got from their human player. Regal Seagulls with a piece of algae in hand coming towards the processor, coordinating with their alliance partner 4311. 4048, 6201, both going up on L4, scoring on the highest part of the reef on the Red Alliance. 5459 on the Blue Alliance doing the same. And that's 1 algae up, 2 algae up for the Red Barge. Regal Seagulls here on the red side of the field playing defense, trying to shut down one of those coral stations. 4048. Slamming into the coral station, grabbing a piece of coral. 5459, grabbing another piece of coral on the blue side of the field. 4311 putting another piece of algae into the processor. Red now has 3 pieces of algae, 4 pieces of algae inside their barge with 1 minute and 15 seconds left in this match. 6201 and 2713 working together to fill up their reef. That's now 5 pieces of coral in the red barge. 5459 Ipswich Tigers with a piece of coral in hand going up to L4 once again. Swampscott sitting pretty next to the coral station on the blue side of the field. Highlanders coming back with another piece of coral. Red Hawk going to grab one. Redshift going up for L4, scoring and coming back to get another piece for the red reef. Ipswich Tigers going up for L4 on the blue side as well. This match, we have 2 competing game strategies. Red Alliance looks to be going more for the coral. Blue Alliance focusing more on the algae. 201 Highlanders going for an L2 Coral score. 27-13 for L3 working together as we enter the end game for this match. Highlanders and Red Hawk going immediately to the barge, hoping to get those low cage climbs. Swampscott Currents as well on the blue cages. While 40-48 Redshift tries to score one more Coral before time expires. It looks like Redshift is up in the air. I'm so sorry. As time expires. And we have Alliance with a score of 135-86. Reds going home with 4 ranking points, 3 for the win, 1 for the barge, but Blue will be taking that autonomous ranking point home as well.
And with that, we have made it to our 60th qualification match. Let's meet these teams. First up for Red is 97-29.
Driving the Lock Knights monster, they're the Knights.
Their alliance partners are 8626.
From Scituate High School in Scituate, Mass, they're the Cyber Sailors.
And don't let the smile fool you with this team, it's 175.
Driving the Swerving Dutchman, they're Buzz Robotics.
Let's meet your Blue Alliance teams. First up, it's 69.
From Quincy, Massachusetts, they're Hyper.
Their alliance partners are 2876.
Their motto is work hard, play hard. They're the Devilbots.
And with their robot Carl, it's 4034.
From Pelham, New Hampshire, they're the Pelham Pythons.
ready for qualification number 60. Drivers behind the lines in 3, 2, 1, go!
Match number 60 out of 76. Here we see all 6 robots moving in autonomous cyber sailors, throwing one piece of coral up into the air before grabbing another piece from their human player. They're all ready for the operated period of this match. Starting now as drivers take control, cyber sailors with their coral in hand heading back to their reef. 9729, oh, shooting it up and it lands. Look at that. 9729, the Knights with a piece of algae in hand moving towards their red barge. Pelham Pythons traversing to the other side of the field, ready to play some defense against the Red Alliance. 2876 going up high as Hyper grabs a piece of coral from their human station. 175 Buzz Robotics trying to buzz across the field with a piece of coral with them as their alliance partner, the Knights, puts another piece of algae up into the red barge. 8626 shooting one up high once again to L4. Bit of robot contact here on the field between 4034 and 9729. 9729 coming out of it with a piece of algae in hand once again. 175 Buzz Robotics going onto L3. 69 Hyper with a piece of coral in hand heading back to their reef. 2876 doing the same, heading to L4. Devilbots, after scoring, going back to the human station. Knights trying to get one up high into the barge once more. They now have 4 pieces of algae inside the red barge. Pelham Python still here trying to shut down that coral station for the Red Alliance. Cyber Sailor shooting one right up once again. Devilbots and Hyper on the Blue Alliance working together to fill as many L4 coral as they can. A bit of rocking from Knights. They drop that algae, but they have 40 seconds to get another one, put another piece of algae into the red barge, helping the Red Alliance get those barge points. Devilbots heading back to their coral station, grabbing another piece of coral to score for the Blue Alliance. Make sure they have the best one they can find. 175 Buzz doing the same on the Red Alliance as we enter endgame. Knights already here trying to get their deep cage climb. Pelham Pythons parked inside the blue barge. 175 and 8626 trying to score as many as they can. Devilbots joining their friends, the Pelham Pythons, at the red barge. Cyber Sailors doing the same on red as time expires. And we have your Alliance with a score of 98-70. Red leaves this match with 3 ranking points for the win. Upward movement for all 3 red teams here. Mic check, nice.
meet our teams for qual number 61. First up is your reigning district champions in New England from 2024. Make some noise for 5112.
Pioneers, volunteers, engineers, and gongoliers. They're the gongoliers.
Next up is 4761.
Do it the Strout way. They're the Robotics.
And rounding out your red alliance is 5735.
From Wayland High School, they're the Control Freaks.
Bringing the energy to the field. First up for blue, it's 3323.
From Litchfield, New Hampshire, they're Potential Energy.
Their alliance partners is Team 78.
Driving their robot Maelstrom, they're Air Strike.
And rounding it out for blue is 151.
With their robot, the Sunset Voyager, they're the Tough Techs.
Thumbs up on the field and cheers in the stands. Qualification match number 61. Drivers behind the lines in 3, 2, 1, go!
We're here with Gongoliers going the opposite side of the field, but it's all right. They're still moving in autonomous. 78 Airstrike and 151 Tough Techs moving together, getting coral from their human stations here in autonomous. We're heading back to their reef to score that coral. Ready for another piece right out of autonomous. 151 going to the opposing coral station. 4761 on the Red Alliance, coral in hand, heading to their reef. Let's see what they'll score. They're going to de-score that algae first. That's very important. Before 5112, Gongoliers goes up for the L4. Airstrike going up high, reaching for the air for that L4 coral score as well. 151 Tough Techs doing the same, both on the Blue Alliance. 5735 scoring a piece and zooming back to their human player. Gongoliers doing a little spin before coming back to their human player as well on the opposing coral station. The Robotics here, scoring as many algae as they can. 78 Airstrike doing the same for the Blue Alliance, going up and over to score inside the barge. Gongoliers going up high once again for L4. 151 Tough Techs heading back to get another piece of coral for the Blue Alliance. Potential Energy tapping into their potential, traversing around the field, finding the best spot to score that piece of coral. Gongoliers going up high once again. Robotics with a piece of coral in hand, heading back to their reef as their alliance partner Control Freak scores. Gongoliers slamming into the human station, asking for a piece of coral. back on the Blue Alliance. Potential Energy going up high, trying to de-score that algae for the Blue Reef. 151 Tough Techs grabbing another piece of coral as well. With 40 seconds left in this match, the score is 72 to 43, but Red can still pull through. They have the time. Airstrike putting coral onto L2. Potential Energy, algae in hand. Heading to, getting beached onto a piece of coral. But they managed to make it out, heading towards their processor as we start endgame. 78 Airstrike already ready to climb onto that low cage. We have 2 low cages on the blue barge, 3 low cages on the red barge. It looks like all 3 red robots are trying to score. Gongler is trying to shake that piece of coral outside of their robot. And we have your scores. With a score of 96 to 53, the Blue Alliance is taking home 5 ranking points, 3 for the win, 1 for autonomous, 1 for the barge. Upward motion for all 3 Blue Alliances teams.
Let's meet our teams for qualification match number 62. First up on red, it's 55-63.
Innovation that excites their phalanx.
Dead or alive, this team's ready for action. It's 3958.
From Boston College High School, there's Schrodinger's cat.
And last up, but certainly not least on red, is 8724.
Driving the robot, the teal eel there, Mayhem.
Let's meet your teams over on blue. First up, their robot's name is Jalapeno. They're going to be keeping the action hot. It's 10,063.
From Weymouth High School and Weymouth Math, there's Scrap.
And the number 1 ranked team currently in the competition is 125.
Our host team, they're the Neutrons.
Rounding it out on blue, make some noise for 10393.
From Foxborough, Massachusetts, they're the Foxborough Warriors.
We've got your thumbs up on the field. Qualification match number 62 in 3, 2, 1, go!
62 with a little spin from Schrödinger's cat. And Autonomous Mayhem going to score their preloaded piece, trying to descore an Algae. 125 Neutron speeding back and forth in Autonomous from the reef to the coral station. Three-hole pieces, look at that! 44 for blue, straight from Autonomous. Schrödinger's cat comes back alive, ready to defend the Blue Alliance. Mayhem lining up for a piece of coral, 55-63, going up for the L4. Neutrons and Scrap working together to fill their reef. Neutrons taking a piece of algae off of their reef. There's a little bit of congestion on the far side of the field from Scrap, Schrödinger's, and 10-3-93. 125 smoothly descoring a piece of algae, scoring a piece of coral, and sending that coral straight to the processor for their human player. Mayhem descoring a piece of algae for the Red Alliance as well. Failing sitting here on the field with a piece of coral. Looks to be stuck inside of their robot. Let's see if they can get that out in the 1 minute and 20 seconds left of this match. Mayhem still going back and forth, trying to fill the red reef as best as they can. Both of our rookie teams on the Blue Alliance sharing the same coral station. 125 Neutron zipping back and forth, getting past Schrödinger's defense. Back on the Red Alliance, Mayhem here descoring another piece of coral. 125 Neutrons heading for the L2s now for the Blue Reef. As Scrap and Foxborough Warriors are here, Scrap heading to the red side of the field to defend against Mayhem. With around 35 seconds left in the match, 125 Neutrons heads for the L3s for the Blue Reef. Scrap still playing defense against Mayhem on the red side of the field. Foxborough Warriors grabbing another piece of coral to help their alliance partners, 125. Scrap coming back as we enter endgame. Phalanx ready to climb that deep cage, parked in the red barge, 125 on the blue barge as well. Mayhem trying to score more points before time runs out. 125 looks to be up in the air. We'll see how that plays out. 10-3-93 being joined by Scrap at the blue barge. And we have your with a score of 111-43, blue to red. Blue is taking 5 ranking points for that match, 3 for the win, 1 for Autonomous, 1 for the barge, with 80 points scored for Coral for the Blue Alliance.
robots are getting set up for qual number 63. Let's meet the teams competing in this matchup. First on red, they're in the red, it's fitting. It's 509.
Taking the world by storm, it's Red Storm.
Their alliance partners are Team 3205.
From Concord Carlisle Regional High School, they're the Patriots.
And rounding it out, this team is dreaming big. It's 5813.
Here in their 10th season, it's Morpheus.
Over on blue, the grass is always greener with this team. It's 6324.
Driving their robot Poseidon, they're the Blue Devils.
I need an extra moment to wave the flag. It's too fun. Okay, next up is 10156.
With their robot Martin, they're the Marshy Machines.
And rounding it out for blue, make some noise, it's 5347.
They're so back, they're the Griffins.
Thumbs up on the field for qual number 63. Drivers behind the lines in 3, 2, 1, go!
Qual number 63, Morpheus popping up for the L4. 6324 doing the same on the Blue Alliance. 5347 drifting towards that coral station, getting ready for teleop. Morpheus trying to score another L4. Right as time runs out for Autonomous. They do have a piece of algae in their robot. They're going to do a little spin for us as they try to get that out. 509 Red Storm heading up to L4. A little bit of congestion from 5349 and 10156 on the Blue Alliance. The Blue Devils here with another piece of coral in hand. Getting ready to go back to the reef. Red Storm and Morpheus doing the same on the Red Alliance. Red Storm trying to de-score that algae from their red reef. A bit of a swing from the red cages as Patriots heads over to the Blue Alliance to play defense. Blue Devils going up, scoring that piece of coral before heading back to join their alliance partners, the Marshy Machines, at the coral station. The Griffins going head-to-head with the Patriots, getting a piece of coral before trying to score that onto their blue reef. 509 doing the same on the Red Alliance, grabbing that coral. Morpheus as well, flipping their wrists side to side, doing a little bit of swinging. We're scoring to L4 for the blue reef. A little bit less than 1 minute and 15 seconds left on the clock for match number 63. A lot of congestion from 5347 Patriots and the Marshy Machines on the blue side of the field. But the Blue Devils is able to score that L4 for the blue reef. Marshy Machines doing a little bit of a spin on the blue side of the field. Red Storm dropping that piece of coral before coming back for another one, going to their Q and player station. Morpheus scoring another one for L4. They're just one shy of completing the L4 branch. Red Storm starting L3 for the red reef. Marshy Machines going back to their human player station to get another piece of coral. Patriots chasing after the Blue Devils, trying to stop them from scoring with a little bit less than 30 seconds left in this match. The score is 61 to 68. These last two pieces of coral and the endgame scores could determine the winner of this match. Red Storm with a piece of algae in hand going up to score that into their barge. And they just barely miss. Patriots and Morpheus heading to the red barge, being joined by their alliance partner Red Storm. Blue Alliance deciding to keep cycling, trying to score those coral points as fast as they can as time expires. We're ending this match as 76 to 72, blue to red, but red does have 3 robots in their barge. Let's see how this plays out. And we have your score. Alliance with a score of 88 to 74. Red takes home 4 ranking points, 3 for the win, 1 for the barge. But Blue is going home with that autonomous ranking point as well. A very, very close match here.
It's time to meet the teams for qualification match number 64. Starting down on the Red Alliance, it's 2084.
From Norwell High School, it's Norwell Robotics.
And in the middle, they've got the smiliest faces in town, it's 175.
Out of Enfield, Connecticut, it's Buzz.
And rounding out the Red Alliance, it's 348.
From Norwell Robotics, it's Norwell Robotics. Earlier we had Robots by the Sea with 2084.
Making our way on over to the Blue Alliance, we're going to kick things off with 9729.
Out of Catholic Memorial High School in West Roxbury, it's the Knights.
And in the middle, we got their partners, it's 5459.
From Ipswich, it's the Tigers.
Rounding out the Blue Alliance, it's 6367.
From the Brook High School in Dorchester, it's the Electrolytes.
We've got our thumbs up drivers behind the lines. In 3, 2, 1, go!
Autonomous action here at the Greater Boston District event. We've got 54-59. Those are your Tigers. They're scoring that L4 Coral in autonomous mode on our Red Alliance. All three robots waiting. Gonna hold on to their Coral and getting the drive. Tele-operated play. Drivers take control here. Red Alliance, they are holding on to 3 pieces of Coral already. Let's see if they can quickly score them on the reef. Norwell Robotics striking first for the Red Alliance, getting an L2 Coral. 2084, the robots by the sea, trying to place on L1, but they do grab some algae. They're carting around. Looks like they're going to the processor, trying to work on that co-opetition. Great work there by the robots by the sea. Our Blue Alliance, though, quickly working. The Ipswich Tigers going again to the top, getting a 4th piece of Coral on that L4. We see the Electrolytes. They are working on L3. And their last partner is trying to clear the algae. Those are the Knights, 97-29. Great teamwork by the Blue Alliance there, giving them the early lead here, 47-18, with 1 minute and 20 seconds left on the clock. Buzz Robotics looking to start filling up L4 for our Red Alliance. Will they be able to connect that Coral with that reef? Trying to make sure they're perfectly aligned here. They do. A successful delivery by the Smilers from Connecticut. We see 2084 grabbing that more algae off of the tree. Red Alliance looking to make sure they can get as much into that processor, passing off to the Blue Alliance. But it looks like 2084 having achieved co-op. Gonna try and see if it looks like they're bringing it over to the far side of the field, looking to pass it to their human player there. Buzz Robotics lined up for L4 here. We see Robots by the Sea really looking to make sure that they get that co-op partition passed off. They're trying to get that algae into the processor. Unable to get that last one in, though. But it looks like the Knights are going to try and get those processor points there. 20 seconds left now. We've got the sirens, meaning it might be time for these teams to head to their cages and climb. We've got Buzz Robotics placing another piece of coral onto L4 there. If they can get a few more pieces up, they might earn that bonus ranking point. But as time expires here, we got 2 robots parked at the net. Alrighty, scores going on. Swimming away with the victory side, 118 to 69. Blue Alliance gonna earn 3 ranking points for the win and 1 for autonomous mode.
We are down to almost our final 10 qualification matches. This match we have ranks 8, 4, and 5. Still lots of ranking points to be scored. Rankings can shift up and down, and I'm excited to see how the rest of the day plays out. But until then, it's time to meet the teams for match number 65. Starting down on the Red Alliance, it's Team 78.
With their robot Maelstrom, it's Air Strike.
And in the middle, we got their partners, it's 6731.
Driving Moray, it's Record Robotics.
And rounding out the Red Alliance, our friends from Rhode Island, 5112.
With their robot Giannis, it's the Gongoliers.
Making our way on over to the Blue Alliance, we're going to kick things off with Team 4034.
With their robot Carl, it's Pelham Pythons.
And in the middle, we got their partners. It's 27-13.
With their good friend Justin, it's Red Hawk Robotics.
And rounding out the Blue Alliance, it's 24-23.
They are releasing the Quacken. It's the Quarks.
We've got our thumbs up drivers behind the lines. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Autonomous play here in qualification 65. Red Alliance unable to connect with their first 2 pieces of coral. Blue Alliance, so they get 2 coral up onto the reef there on L4. That's going to give the Blue Alliance early lead 23-9 with 2 minutes and 15 seconds for driver play. Robots here, Airstrike striking up onto the reef here. We'll see if they can go. Red Hawk getting L4 for the Blue Alliance. Airstrike answering back with an L4 for the Red Alliance. Their partners 51-12 getting some coral plays as well. Trying to play some defense over there, trying to block the coral grabbing of the Red Hawk machine. Record Robotics looking to use that ground intake, passing coral up into their robot. Oh, it gets hit out, though, by 40-34. Fantastic defense being played here by both alliances. Slowing down Blue Alliance, though. They've already got about 6, 7 pieces of coral up onto that reef there. Oh, but the 8th one falls into the Red Hawk machine. Airstrike looking to line up and get their 5th piece of coral onto L4 for the Red Alliance. Airstrike looking to switch over to Algae now. We'll see where they go. Do they go to the net? Do they go to the processor? They're going to try and go direct to net. They do, picking up another 4 points for their alliance. 54-38 with 1 minute of play left here. Record Robotics spinning up with the remix there, getting another coral added onto L4. The Quarks, though, getting pushed around by the Gondoliers here. Quarks trying to find a spot where they can go and grab that coral. They break free from the Gondoliers, and they head up and over. Their alliance partners, though, Red Hawk Robotics, able to start scoring on L3. With 30 seconds left, though, we see Red Hawk go into the cages a little early. Gonna see if they can get latched onto with their barb and go. Quarks looking to get connected as well. We've got Airstrike up in the air. We got 27-13 trying to hold themselves up. We'll see if they can stay there towards the end of the match. Quarks locked in with 12 seconds left. Gondoliers switching, going to get some scoring in play. Another piece of coral up on L4 with 5 seconds left. Looking for someone to get parked on the barge for the Red Alliance. We got one deep climb for each alliance. We're gonna have to see how the others score out. Very close match, 64-58, end of lifetime scoring. We'll pass this off to the refs for our final tally. Alrighty, our scores are in. Takes the win, 80-72. Blue Alliance getting 5 ranking points, 1 for Autonomous, 1 for the Barge, and 3 for the victory. Red Alliance not going home empty-handed, grabbing a Barge ranking point for those climbs at the end.
Greater Boston, we have 10 more qualification matches. Can you guys believe it that we've made it to almost the end of our quals? Oh, come on, guys. I know that we're a little tired with daylight savings, and we lost an hour of sleep, but we're gonna do a quick vibe check. Greater Boston, I wanna make sure you're awake. Are you guys excited for the rest of our qualification matches? There we go. See, you guys are awake. Let's keep that energy going and only getting bigger and bigger through the rest of the day. You got that? Yeah? Come on, guys. Yeah? All right. We're going to meet the teams for qualification match number 66. Starting down on the Red Alliance, it's 47-61.
It's the Robotics.
And in the middle, we got their partners. It's 125.
They're doing a kickflip. It's the Neutrons.
And rounding out the Red Alliance, it's 33-23.
Potential Energy.
Making our way on over to the Blue Alliance. We're going to kick things off with 10-3-93.
Our rookie teams from Foxborough. It's the Warriors.
And in the middle, we got their partners. It's 40-48.
Red Shift.
And rounding out the Blue Alliance, it's 57-35.
Watch out, those are the Control Freaks.
So before we begin this next match, we made an announcement yesterday that if you were missing an insurance card, it is available at Pit Admin. We still have it. So if you're still looking for your insurance card, please pop open your wallet, make sure that it's there, and if it's not, please make a visit to Pit Admin. And with that, we've got our thumbs up. Drivers, behind your lines, in 3, 2, 1, go!
15 seconds, robots moving fully autonomous right now. Drivers, hands behind their backs. They're not doing anything. These robots, sensors, trying to figure out where they are, what their score, where to score. All doing it with those pre-programmed instructions. Fantastic work here. We've got both alliances scoring Coral and Autonomous. Not quite movement from all 6 robots, though, so not sure we'll see those bonus ranking points. Those ranking points used to sort our teams as we go into our playoff tournament here. Neutrons lining themselves up with the face of the reef, going a 4th Coral onto L4. Blue Alliance, we've got we got Foxborough trying to get over to the loading station, trying to clear some coral out of their way so they can grab some more coral to get into that trough. Neutrons, though, just working the L4 score, going around to the backside of the reef here. Lined up and placed. Redshift, though, they're going to start adding on some coral onto L4 for the Blue Alliance. They got one on place. Oh, unable to connect with that second one, but we'll see if they can get that going for this next go around. Neutrons here just making quick work of the reef, working clockwise around, getting more and more. They're up to 10 coral on that reef. Let's see if they can finish off L4. A minute of play here left, 74-30. Control Freaks still look like they're sitting over there. We'll see if they can come alive, get the robot up and moving for their alliance partners here. 40-48 though, Redshift trying to play against the defense of the Robotics. Foxborough coming over to the red side of the field. That's 10-393. They're looking to play some defense, trying to slow down the Neutrons, but the Neutrons have moved on to L3 scoring with 30 seconds left. Getting a few more coral up and placed here. 47-61. 47-61, trying to grab a little bit of that algae. 33-23 potential energy. They are latched on, trying to get connected to that cage. The Neutrons going up with a deep climb. Blue Alliance trying to get a little bit of some more parking points. Foxborough pushing the Control Freaks into that bar zone with 1 second left. We'll see if that helped them get those park points. Alrighty, we have our scores coming in. Bringing home our victory, 101-52. We're going to see some Red Alliance there picking up 5 ranking points, earning the autonomous ranking point, the barge ranking point, and 3 ranking points for the win. That will keep 125 in that coveted #1 position.
While our teams get loaded on and settled for this next match, just a couple of quick announcements. So we are quickly approaching alliance selection. So teams, you can send your 3 representatives to underneath the screen on the edge of the field house. Again, you can start getting your alliance representatives together to send your students over underneath the screen. Nice and break area. You can go to 1 mentor. In addition, to compete in our playoff tournament, you must be re-inspected after your final qualification match. As soon as you finish your qualification matches, make sure to get re-inspected so you are eligible for our playoff tournament. So again, start thinking about alliance selection, start thinking about this afternoon. There's a couple of things on your to-do list to check off, but the most important thing is send your student representatives underneath the screen and get your robot re-inspected after your final qualification match. And with that, we are ready to meet the teams for qualification match number 67. Starting down on the Red Alliance, it's 43-11.
From Swampscott, those are the Swampscott Currents.
And in the middle, we got their partners, it's 86-26.
Out of Situate, it's the Cyber Sailors.
And rounding out the Red Alliance, it's 62-01.
From just down the road in Somerville, it's the Highlanders.
Making our way on over to the Blue Alliance, it's our friends from New Hampshire, it's 58-13.
Morpheus.
And in the middle, we got their partners, it's 90-56.
The Cyber Huskies.
Rounding out the Blue Alliance is our friends from just up 93, 63-24.
Just a quick jaunt up to Salem, it's the Blue Devils.
We've got our thumbs up for match number 67. Drivers behind the lines. In 3, 2, 1, go!
Charge the robots. They're working. They're trying to score as much autonomous coral as they can here. Blue Alliance quickly getting 1, 2, 3 pieces of coral scored. We're going to see if they can get that fourth coral scored there. Looking to place some coral on L3. It is touching algae, though. You always have to remove the algae before the coral can be scored. 62-01. Looking to go and start scoring some coral here. They're up onto L4, and they free some algae from that reef tree, opening up more scoring locations for their alliance. 62-01. Trying to find the right spot to line up. They do. Getting a third piece of coral onto L4. We see the Cyber Sailors. They're holding on to that algae. They've got a great algae launcher they've been using all weekend to launch themselves high into the ranks. We'll see if they can get that algae up and into the net for the Red Alliance here. Blue Alliance, though, taking the early lead, 75-32, with a minute 30 left. The blue top of that reef, very full already. Blue Devil and Morpheus just filling it up, trying to move onto L3 here. As they've got 1, 2 in place. Cyber Sailors take the shot, rejected by the net. 1 minute, 10 seconds left. Highlanders trail working that L4. Blue Alliance already onto L3. Looking to get as many of those placed as they can. Morpheus getting another 63-24, unable to connect, dropping it to the floor. Cyber Sailors, they go for their shot here. Swampscott looks like they're going to line up for their climb on the early side here. 45 seconds left, and they're connecting to that red cage. We got the Blue Devils knocking some coral off of L3 and into L1. We're going to see if that is going to be a bit of a play here to try and get the 5 coral they need onto L1. 62-01, looking to try and get a deep climb here, hoping to make up the point deficit with those endgame points. 115-71 with 15 seconds left. We're seeing 43-11 climb to the top of the cage, but there's some coral rolling underneath them. We'll see what happens there. Morpheus taken to the sky, parked with 90-56. As our time expires here, we've got a couple robots up in the air for each alliance. We're going to see what those final scores work out to. Alrighty. The victory 138 to 103. Blue Alliance there earning 5 ranking points for the win. Red Alliance walking away with 1 ranking point. But we do see that Morpheus has jumped up to the number 2 position, bumping 6201 down to the number 3 position. Very interesting moves here as we get ready for the playoff tournament that will be starting in just a few matches.
It's time to meet the teams for qualification match number 68. Starting down on the Red Alliance, it's 63-67.
It's the Electrolyte.
And in the middle, the other partners, it's 1761.
Team Punk Tigers.
And rounding out the Red Alliance, it's 10156.
Those would be those marshy machines.
Making our way on over to the Blue Alliance, we're going to kick things off with 151.
The swollest kids around, it's the Tough Techs.
And in the middle, we got their partners, it's 5347.
Griffins.
And rounding out the Blue Alliance, it's 10,063.
They will get haul up in yo business. It's Scrap.
We've got our thumbs up drivers behind the lines. In 3, 2, 1, go.
We've got some coral going into the trough here on our Red Alliance side. Picking up some work there on the Blue Alliance side as well. The Tough Techs looking to get 2 coral on that L1 trough. They do. They make it there. Great job, everybody. We got robots moving. We got coral scored. We're picking up some rank points. What a great autonomous mode. As drivers step forward and take control, we see here the Steampunk Tigers. They're going all the way to the top. Like they're never going to stop. They're going to see if they can get that coral onto the L4 reef here. Looks a little stuck there, but oh, it bounces to the ground. That's all right. That great elevator, though, will be able to go grab some more coral and bring it up there. Score next time. Blue Alliance also looking to see if they can get their first L4 piece of coral here. In this match, we are all lined up. We do a successful delivery there. Brought on up and over, going for a second one now. Blue Alliance getting in the groove here. 3 pieces of coral scored on L4. Great work by our teams. 63-67, the Electrolytes. They're working on L2 here. Getting 3 pieces scored on that rung for them there. As the Regal Seagulls, they're just quickly adding coral onto L1. The Electrolytes joining them in there too. Great work, everybody. On our Blue Alliance side, we got 1 minute left here. 53-47, trying to score some coral, but it's getting blocked by algae. So they're going to bring it on up to L4, and they get it all the way onto the top. Blue Alliance very close to having a full L4 reef here. 151, the Tough Techs looking to try and close out. They got 3 left to go. The Griffins got Coral in their robot, looking to get one of the last 2. We'll see if they can get up and in place here. Steampunk Tigers latched onto the red cage. With 35 seconds left, we're going to see if they can get that robot lifted up off the ground. Getting close. We'll see if they can clear those bumpers all the way off. Blue Alliance fill up L4. Great work there by the Griffins and the Tough Techs. Scrap assisting, quickly getting more and more Coral score on some of those lower levels for their alliance. Electrolytes lining themselves up, trying to get onto. Looks like it falls into the center of the reef, but with 10 seconds left, our team's heading to the center here, looking for some parks. Time expires. We got 3 red robots in the park zone, 1 blue robot. Scores going up on the board. 87-44. Blue Alliance picking up 4 ranking points for their victory there. That's going to move the Tough Techs up into top 8. Those top 8 become Alliance captains there. So we want to make sure that they're going to have a pick list ready for our Alliance selection in just a few matches. Isn't that right, Abby?
Oh yeah, speaking of alliance selection, teams, you should start sending your representatives underneath the screen. Get your alliance representatives ready. You can have up to 3 people going over. Remember, 1 adult, 2 students at max, or 3 students, however you want to decide. In addition to that, make sure you go get re-inspected after your final qualification match. Again, to be eligible for our playoff tournament, you must be re-inspected. One final reminder, we will be beginning alliance selection promptly after the conclusion of our final qualification match. Again, we will be proceeding directly into alliance selection following the conclusion of our final qualification match. We are ready to meet the teams for qualification match number 69. Starting down on the Red Alliance, it's 2084.
The Robots by the Sea.
And in the middle, we got their partners, it's 8724.
Jumping for joy, it's Mayhem.
And rounding out the Red Alliance, it's 246.
The Lobster Bots.
Thank you. Making our way over to the Blue Alliance, we're going to kick things off with our friends, it's 2876.
Those would be the Devil Bots.
And in the middle, we got their partners, it's 509.
Red Storm.
And rounding out the Blue Alliance, it's 5563.
Phalanx.
while we're waiting for our final thumbs up, teams, just a couple of quick reminders. Please send your student representatives for alliance selection underneath the screen on the far side of the field house. And again, since we are winding down to alliance selection, which will begin promptly after our qualification matches, you need to go get re-inspected. So please, after you finish your final qualification match, please go get re-inspected so you will be eligible for our playoff tournament. We've got our thumbs up. Drivers behind the lines. In 3, 2, 1, go!
We have got robot movement here. Coral being scored on the Red Alliance side, down low by 87-24. Coming over, trying to grab a few more pieces of Coral, it looks like. Red Alliance early lead 12-9 as drivers step forward. Mayhem headed over to their human player, looking to get some Coral placed in their robot. Falls inside. Will they clear it out? Ready to grab another piece of Coral. The Lobster Bots holding on with their big meaty claws. They're holding on to that Coral. Up on L4. Slam dunk on. Great work there by the Lobster Bots. That's the BU Academy. 246. 509 Red Storm charging to the backside of the reef. They're going to try and grab some of that algae and bring it over into the processor. Looking to pick up those processor points. Blue Alliance achieving co-op for their side of the bargain there. Lobsterbots human player able to throw that algae into the net to get it fully processed. 44-28 now. We see Red Storm co-op achieved trying to get up into the net. Oh, falls flat, but bounces over to the red side of the field, causing a little bit of chaos over here. Getting in the way of the Lobster Bots as they try and line up on that reef face. They're looking to place another piece of Coral onto L4. Their alliance partners, Mayhem, working L3. Teamwork here. Will we see the Coral ranking point appear? We got Coral on a few different levels here for the Red Alliance. They're trying to remember that you can earn an extra ranking point for where you score your Coral. 28-76, the Devil Bots working on filling up L4 for the Blue Alliance. Phalanx trying to grab that algae off the tree, unable to do so. They headbound back, trying to just grab some more Coral. They're saying, you know what, we don't need this algae. We want those Coral points right now. Phalanx still adding more Coral onto the tree. Blue Alliance trying to see if they can fill up L4. Only 4 spots left to go. With 20 seconds left, though, that sound means it's time to climb onto those cages. We'll see which teams try and go. The Lobster Bots, Coral stuck inside their robot. We'll see if they can knock it free before the end of the match. 7 seconds left as 28-76, the Devil Bots try and climb their way up. Their bumpers still caught into the ground. We'll have to see if they got it, that corner all the way up before the buzzer rang. Scores are in for the bringing home the victory 92-62. Blue Alliance going to earn 3 ranking points for the victory. Red Alliance earning a ranking point for their autonomous feats. We're going to see some upward movement there by Phalanx and Red Storm. And 28-76, the Devil Bots holding on to 14th.
it's time to meet the teams for qualification match number 70. Spinning our way over to the Red Alliance, it's 3205.
The Patriots.
And in the middle, we got their partners. It's team 69.
Piper.
And rounding out the Red Alliance, it's 9729.
Those are the Knights.
And we're making our way on over to the Blue Alliance, and we're kicking things off with our friends 2423.
From Watertown, it's the Quarks.
And in the middle, we got their partners. It's 10254.
Those are the Regal Seagulls out of Falmouth.
And rounding out the Red Alliance, it's 3958.
From BC High School, it's Schrodinger's Cat.
We've got our thumbs up for match number 70. Drivers behind the lines in 3, 2, 1, go!
Drivers trying to score some points here. Regal Seagulls with their autonomous play. Trying to get that coral into L1. It fell just a little short. All three robots moving for the Red Alliance, however. Drivers step forward and take control. 3-3, 3-9 as our autonomous scoring comes to an end here. We're going to take a look and see how these teams do in this match. Red Alliance got teams ranked 9 and 10. Blue Alliance ranked 5. A lot at stake here based off who can win, who can lose for our playoff tournament. 97-29, those are the Knights. They're going to try and bring that algae up and into the net. Net's getting full, though. Blue Alliance adding algae in. Oh, it bounces out. That's a 6-point swing for our Blue Alliance here. Blue Alliance, though, only at 15-35. Still looking to get some points here. Schrodinger's Cat trying to play some defense, getting to the far side of the field as they swerve their way around in circles, looking to try and defend a 97-29. 97-29, though, definitely driving around, trying to get more algae up and placed into the net. Arm extending up and in. Slam dunk by the Knights. 69 Hyper, though, they are doing the coral scoring for this alliance. Trying to get more coral up and onto L4. $97.29, clearing the reef now. They're going to try and see if they can get a few more coral. They grab one off the ground. 97.29. Looking to place more algae up and into the net there. A very full net for our Red Alliance. 69 looks like they're trying to climb there. Schrodinger's Cat getting in their way. We'll have to see what the outcome of all of this is. Schrodinger's looks like they're trying to park. The Knights filling up that net, getting one last bit in play. 10-254, those are the Regal Seagulls. They're locked on the cage, unable to climb in time here as our match expires. 102 to 57. Couple things happened. The Red Alliance was rewarded the barge ranking point because a blue robot contacted a red robot in the barge zone. However, there was a yellow card on Team 69 for intentionally drawing penalties throughout the match.
Dominic, do you want to meet some teams?
Yeah, I do.
All right, kicking off match number 71 with our host team. It's team 170, 125.
They're the Neutrons.
In the middle, we have team 5112.
It's the Gongoliers.
And rounding out our Red Alliance, it's team 6324.
From Salem, New Hampshire, welcome the Blue Devils.
Making our way over, doing some cardio ducking under the barge. Let's meet our blue teams. It's 9056.
From the great state of Maine, it's Cyber Huskies.
In the middle, we have team 175.
They are Buzz Robotics.
And rounding out our blue alliance, it's team 2713.
In their 17th season, it's Red Hawk Robotics.
We have a thumbs up from the field. Drivers behind the line in 3, 2, 1, go.
We got 6 robots moving in qualification match number 71. Neutrons is quick to go up and score 2 on level 4 for Coral. Blue Alliance look to be a little off with their Coral, but 63-24, the Blue Devils. Before the end of Autonomous. That gives Red the advantage with a 37-9 lead. They are soaring. 125 now with an Algae looking to go up high. Meanwhile, over on Blue, 27-13, successfully making their first Coral up to level 4. Their alliance partners 175 getting a Coral from their station. We'll see where they go to place it. All 3 Blue Alliance robots looking to score now. Meanwhile, over on red, we have 2 Coral up for your Red Alliance, 1 on level 2, 1 on level 3. We'll see if this Red Alliance is able to get the Coral ranking point. That would require 4 Coral on 4 different levels. On your Blue Alliance side, Cyber Huskies with a Coral in hand. They're going to level 3. It is up. We'll see if they're able to place it. Some final adjustments being made. It's good. Looks like on red, unfortunately, the Gondoliers have fallen over, but those Alliance partners are taking full advantage to go up, up, and away. They are not stopping now. Over 100 points for your Red Alliance with still a minute left in this match. Blue Alliance, though, fighting strong. Buzz Robotics and Cyber Huskies both looking to score. Looks like they're going for level 2, level 3, level 4 now. All the way up high. We'll see if they're able to put that one down. Almost more than half the reef at least is filled over on our Red Alliance side as they continue to go up. 63-24, the Blue Devils trying to fill out the Coral, the level 4 Coral. Just off the mark, they're going to have to go back and grab another. With 25 seconds left in this match, it is a very offensive scoring match. All of these robots looking to score as much as possible. First into the barge zone is 27-13, Red Hawk Robotics. We'll see if they are able to climb onto their cage. Neutron's looking to do the same for red with 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We have 2 robots up. 1 for red, 1 for blue at the end of that matchup. Some high scores.
Teams, just as a reminder, please head to be re-inspected after your last match, as Alliance selection will be starting promptly after the last match. That's match 76. Thank you.
And with that, we've got your scores. Alliance, 151 points is the score. And 6 ranking points in that matchup. That bumps the Blue Devils up into 6th ranking position. Those rankings going to take effect as we begin Alliance selection soon. We'll see how the strategies play out for these teams.
We have 6 teams, we have 6 robots. Let's meet some teams. Starting on the Red Alliance, we have 4311.
That's Swampscott Currents.
In the middle, one of our rookie teams, we have 10-3-93.
They are the Foxborough Warriors.
And rounding out the Blue Alliance, we have 53-47.
From Weston, Massachusetts, make some noise for the Griffins.
Making our way to the Blue Alliance, we have 348.
That's Norwell Robotics.
In the middle, we have 40-34.
They're the Pelham Pythons.
And with a hat and a flag, we have Team 4048.
With their robot Reflex.
And I've
It's
lost the hat.
Redshift. As another reminder, we were given this reminder yesterday, but we need, if you are along the guardrails, we need you to sit down. It is a safety hazard to have people in our walkways. So if you are standing to see the field, please find a spot in the stands instead. It also allows people who are in the stands to be able to see, and we want everyone to see the competition. This is going to be a good matchup. Thank you guys for your cooperation.
And that's our thumbs up from the field. Drivers behind the lines in 3, 2, 1, go.
Ball number 72 up high first is 40-48. For your Blue Alliance, a little off the mark. They're going to go grab another coral. Over on red, though, one of our rookie teams, 10-3-93, able to score a coral before drivers taking control of their robots, and 43-11 for your Red Alliance, quick to grab an algae. We'll see where they go to score it. Looks like they're going to the processor, might be trying to get a cooperation ranking bonus point. Meanwhile, over on blue, all three robots looking to grab game elements. 40-48 going up for a second level 4 coral. That'll be 5 more points for your Blue Alliance. Shooting up high and scoring 53-47 for the Blue Alliance. No, we had a human player throwing an algae. That's my bad. 53-47, though, is twirling around in the middle of the field. We'll see where they're going. Their Alliance partners, though, scoring more algae. That's Swampscott Currents. Meanwhile, on blue, 348, able to go on level 2 for coral. With a minute 20 left, we are completely tied up here. It is anyone's game, and these points are going to matter. 2 Blue Alliance robots looking to score more coral. We'll see if either one is able to complete that. On your Red Alliance, we got teams running back and forth. 43-11 showing a swerve drive in action as they go to drop another algae off in the processor. On your Blue Alliance, we have some going back and forth, tipping and turning, but our robots are all good. 348 look to drop a coral down, might be just off the mark there. Red Alliance has gotten their cooperation side with 35 seconds left. They've taken a slight advantage, but 40-34 looking to grab a game piece, looking to line up with their barge potentially as we enter the end of the match, getting close. First grabbing onto the cage is 43-11. We'll see if they're able to climb up high. 40-48 For your Blue Alliance, now lining up to drop a coral on the 3rd level. It is good. All 3 red robots look to be parked in their red barge station. 4311 up high and climbing with 2-1. Live score shows a slight advantage to the Blue Alliance right at the end of that match, but we'll come back to you with the official scores. It's a close one.
Teams, please send your Alliance representative to underneath the screen. Alliance selection will be starting in just 4 matches. Once again, teams, please send your Alliance representative to underneath the screen. Thank you.
We've got your scores from that. Victory. With only a 6-point difference between those alliances, that bumps 4311 up into 5th ranking position with 5 additional ranking points. We are in the last few matches of qualifications. Again, once your robot is done with its last qualification match, please head over to our robot inspectors. All robots need to be re-inspected before the playoffs. Now let's meet our teams for this next lineup. First is 5813.
Dream big, it's Morpheus.
Their alliance partners are 6367.
Driving their robot Lapras, they're the Electrolytes.
And in the purple, rounding out your red alliance, make some noise for 3323.
They're ready to tap into their potential. It's potential energy.
Let's meet the blue alliance robots. They've got the Eye of the Tiger. It's 1761.
Here to represent all of Lynn, they're Steampunk Tigers.
And their alliance partners are 246.
Diving in with their robot Beluga, they're the Lobster Bots.
Rounding it out on blue, make some noise for 5563.
It was designed that way, their team Phalanx.
comes up on the field for qual number 73. Drivers behind the lines in 3, 2, 1, go!
Qualification number 73 with movement from all 6 robots. Morpheus going up high, Electrolytes going down low in autonomous. 246 colliding with their alliance partners, Steampunk Tigers. Oh, Phalanx on the other side of the field. As we enter the tele-operated period, 19-9, red to blue. Morpheus grabbing a piece of coral as they head up to L4, scoring that on the blue alliance, 55-63. Their Phalanx going to L2 on the field. Lobsterbots going all the way up high to L4. Morpheus doing the same on the red alliance. We haven't descored any. Oh, one LGD scored on the blue alliance, it looks like, by 1761 Steampunk Tigers. Meanwhile, Phalanx grabs a piece of coral from the blue alliance. Morpheus looks to be stuck on that reef, trying to drive themselves out of that. 33-23 potential energy trying to descore that coral. Morpheus still trying to get out of their position on the reef. 63-67, the Electrolytes lining up for an L2 score on the reef as well. 1761 and 55-63 grabbing coral on the blue side of the field. Lobsterbots going up high once more with around 1 minute and 10 seconds left in this match. The score is 57-54 red. It's still anyone's game here in match 73. Morpheus still stuck on that reef, but they're trying their hardest, and they have a minute to get out of their situation. Electrolytes scoring on L3. Potential energy going to the processor, being chased by 1761, who gets beached on an algae before recovering. There are 3 algae in the blue barge now. Lobsterbots ready to make that a 4th algae as they de-score that from the reef. Around 40 seconds left in this match. 20 seconds until endgame. 55-63. Phalanx scoring on L2. Potential energy de-scoring one more piece of algae from the reef. But we're heading towards the barge. 1761 trying to grab that deep climb for the barge points. 63-67 going up high once again as we enter the endgame of match number 73. Looks like Potential Energy and 1761 Steampunk Tigers are both going for their low climbs on their barges. Phalanx saying hi to their alliance partner 1761 as they also enter the barge. Electrolytes doing the same on the red alliance. Our ending score is 75-73 blue. Let's see what happens after our reps deliberate. Alrighty, teams, we have your and the Blue Alliance takes this win 79-77. They're taking home 3 ranking points for the win. Red going away with 1 ranking point for autonomous. We have a yellow card issued to 58-13 Morpheus for prolonged contact with the field.
moving on to qualification match number 74 out of 76. Again, teams, make sure you head to Robot Inspection to be re-inspected after your last match. And please start sending your Alliance representatives over under our screen display, because we will be starting Alliance selection promptly after our last matchup. But now we got to meet these teams. First up on the Red Alliance, they were the Milstein Division champions last year at Worlds. Give it up for 78.
From Aquidneck Island Robotics, it's Airstrike.
Their alliance partners are Team 5459.
Driving the robot microplastic, it's the Ipswich Tigers.
And rounding it out on your Red Alliance, make some noise for Team 69.
They're here helping youth pursue engineering and robotics, it's Hyper.
On your Blue Alliance, first up is Team 5735.
Here in their 11th season, they're the Control Freaks.
Their alliance partners are 2084.
Diving with the robot sea monster, there are robots by the sea.
And this team's robot's name is Gillets 509.
From Bedford High School, they're Red Storm.
While we're waiting to start this matchup, I'm giving yet another announcement. Once you're done your matches, please send your alliance representatives under the scoring display, the screen display, not the scoring table, the screen display. I know how words work over here. Please send those representatives over. It is very important that they be here in time for alliance selections. Thumbs up on the field. Drivers behind the lines. In 3, 2, 1, go!
We're here with qualification 74 with movement from 5 robots on the field. 5459 going up high with 78 on the Red Alliance. 509 heading towards their scoring station as 2084 moves as well as all 6 robots moving. Qualification 76 at Greater Boston. Robots come alive as 5459 goes to grab their piece of coral. Being stuck by one, they move to the other coral station. 78 with an algae in hand moves towards their barge, rocking a little but making it up regardless. Robots by the sea heading to their coral station on the Blue Alliance. Grabbing one, heading back to get another. 509 Red Storm also with a piece of algae in hand. Going up at the same time as 78. They make it. There's 1-1 for red and blue and coral in the barge. 78 getting another piece of coral at 69 and the 5459 both get coral from their coral stations. We're 2 for 2 in this algae contest here at match 74. We have 2084 robots by the sea now on the red side of the field playing defense. Blocking 5459 Ipswich Tigers from getting that piece of coral. 69 Hyper still on the Red Alliance. Going past them. Back on the Blue Alliance. We see Control Freaks going up. Scoring their coral onto the reef. 509 Red Storm going up. Scoring and shooting. That's 5 algae in the blue reef now. 78 Airstrike going up high for an L4. We have 1 minute left in this match. We are 5-4, blue to red, in Algae in the barge. Lots of collisions happening on the red side of the field from 2084's defense. Ipswich Tigers going up. Let's see where they'll score. It's looking like they're going for the L3 score on the red reef. Airstrike making a collision with the field before going back up for L3 as well. 509 and 5735. 509 with a piece of coral, Algae in hand. Control freaks with coral. Working together, making sure all their bases are covered back on the Blue Alliance, while 2084 still plays defense on the Red Alliance here. We are approaching endgame with that submarine ping. Blue barge, look like they have 6 Algae. Red with 4. Robots Fantasy still playing defense. We're heading back to the blue barge. 69 Hybrid putting another piece of Algae inside the processor. 78 airborne, like their name, Airstrike, as time expires. One last piece of Algae making it into the blue barge. We'll be back with your final scores in just a moment. And we have Red Alliance with a score of 115-73. They're taking home 5 ranking points, moving all 3 red robots up. 3 ranking points for the win, 1 for Autonomous, 1 for the barge.
We've got 2 more qualification matches for you this morning. Again, continue to send your Alliance selection representatives under our screen on the far side of the field behind the red driver station and get your robots to be re-inspected after their final matches. For qualification 75, let's meet our teams. First up for your Red Alliance, make some noise, it's 8626.
Driving the robot tsunami, they're the Cyber Sailors.
Their alliance partners are 151.
Unoriginal and sustaining team, it's the Tough Techs.
And last up on your red alliance, make some noise, it's 3958.
Dead or alive, it's Schrodinger's cat.
You could say this robot's fancy, you could say they're classy, but I think they're regal. It's 10254.
From Falmouth High School, they're the Regal Seagulls.
Their alliance partners are 8724.
From Bedford, New Hampshire, it's Mayhem.
And your current rank 2 team, it's Team 6201.
Googly Eyes are back in. They're the Highlanders.
Googly Eyes are back. I believe it. Robots are ready for qualification 75. Drivers behind the lines in 3, 2, 1, go!
Match 75, we see Schrodinger's cat spinning in autonomous 8626 going up and over with their girl. 6201 moving up as well. Mayhem going back and forth between their reef and their coral station on the line. As we for this match. Schrodinger's cat deciding where to go on the field, the red alliance or the blue side of the field. 10-2-54. Grabbing a game piece from the floor. 6201, the Highlanders grabbing a piece of coral to put back onto their reef. 151, the Tough Techs doing the same. Up and onto L4 goes 8626's coral before getting one more. 10-2-56 putting a piece of algae into their processor for their human player. Highlanders going up for L4 once again, up and into the barge and out of the barge it goes. That's all right because they're back with one more for their human player to score in their barge. 151 extended all the way up. 8626 with another onto L4 with 1 minute and 20 seconds left in the match. Mayhem on the blue alliance trying to get lined up with their human player. Grabbing that piece of coral, going to L3 on the blue reef. Up and in for the red barge. Schrodinger's cat now solidly on the blue side of the field, here to play defense and shut down that coral station. Blue Alliance now forced to use one. Mayhem and Highlanders sharing one, trying to grab that coral as Regal Seagull still feeds their algae into their processor. A close miss from Cyber Sailors, but it's all right. 151 Tough Techs with a piece of coral inside the robot, deciding where to go. 2 pieces of algae into the red barge. Highlanders still going back and forth, coral in hand. Regal Seagulls heading to the barge, ready for endgame. Schrodinger's cat heading back to their side of the field, going to the red barge as well. Up and into the lower part of the reef from Cyber Sailors. As they grab a piece of algae and get ready to put it up into their barge. We are up in the air from the Highlanders on the Blue Alliance. Tough Techs have decided to join their alliance partners at the red barge. Mayhem choosing to score before time runs out. And that is the end of match number 75 of 76. We are one more qualification match before the end. And we have Blue Alliance here with a score of 111 to 42. The Blue Alliance is going with 5 ranking points, 1 for Autonomous, 1 for the Barge, 3 for the win. This is going to boost Regal Seagulls and Mayhem up. Highlanders keeping their rank 2 place, which will be important for Alliance selection right after this next and final match.
All right, teams. I want to get a sense from our audience. Who here is excited for our final qualification match? Who's excited for our playoff matches this afternoon? That's what I love to hear. Again, final qualification match. That means when this match is done, we will be beginning alliance selections. You need to send your alliance selection representatives under the screen behind the red driver's station on the far side of the field. Please send your alliance selection representatives promptly. You can send them now even. And robots in this last match, make sure that you get inspected. All robots need to be re-inspected after the qualification matches to be eligible to compete in our playoff tournament. So with all those reminders, let's meet our teams. On your red alliance, make some noise for 6, 7, 3, 1.
Driving the robot Moray there, Record Robotics.
Their alliance partners are 10,063.
With their robot jalapeno, their team Scrap.
And with the crowns, I love them. They're so cute. It's 4761.
Driving the robot Princess, they're the Robotics.
Their robot's the princess, and they have the crowns to prove it. Over on the Blue Alliance, first up is 2876.
From Burlington High School, they're the Devil Bots.
Their alliance partners are 3205.
With the robot led assailants, they're the Patriots.
And rounding it out for your Blue Alliance is 10156.
One of our rookie teams here at Greater Boston, they're the Marshy Machines.
We've got the thumbs up for your final qualification match of the day. Drivers behind the lines, count it off with me in 3, 2, 1, go!
Here in qualification match 76 out of 76, we see movement from all 6 of our robots on the field. A high score from 67-31 on the Red Alliance. Ready to grab another piece of coral in Autonomous. As robots come to life. Team Scrap going to score their preloaded piece, 47-61, trying to do the same. back on the Blue Alliance. 101.56, grabbing a piece of coral from their coral station. Devilbots going up to L4. Are they having second thoughts? 32.05 coming over to the red side of the field, ready to play some defense against Record Robotics, blocking them from their coral station. Scrap going to the other one with a piece of coral in hand. Record Robotics moving to the other side as well, picking up a coral with their ground intake. 101.56 going to their coral station as well. Devilbots doing the same, moving up and down, deciding where to put their coral. 47.61 to the Robotics, de-scoring an algae from the reef. Team Scrap being hindered by a piece of algae in front of the coral station. Their driver's trying to push that out of the way so they have access to their human player to get more coral. 47.61 going to the other side of the field. We now have a defense robot on both sides of the field. Team Scrap getting that coral. Moving back as Record Robotics scores another on L4 for the Red Reef. Our Mercy Machine going and scoring on the lowest part of the reef. Devilbots moving across the field. Let's see where they'll go. Mercy Machines deciding to head back to get another piece of coral, being defended by 47.61, the Robotics. A little bit of rocking from Record Robotics here as they get more pieces of coral from the ground. Patriots stopping Team Scrap from going to their coral station. Lots of good defense being played in this match. A bit of contact from 101.56 and the Robotics on the blue side of the field. Looks like Devilbots have decided to climb earlier. They're allowed to do that as we enter endgame now. 32.05 still defending that coral station from the Red Alliance. Deciding to head back and join the Barge with their alliance partner, the Devilbots. 67.31 and Team Scrap both deciding to score more points. 47.61 coming to the Barge. Gliding close to the Barge as time expires. With a score of 62-32, Red is leaving this match with 4 ranking points. 3 for the win, 1 for autonomous, but Blue is also going with that autonomous ranking points. These are your final rankings from playoffs.
Teams, we've had a great competition so far with plenty of exciting qualification matches, so let's hear it for all the teams competing here this weekend. Soon, we will be moving into our playoff tournament where 8 alliances of 3 teams each will compete against each other in a double elimination format to become the champion here at Greater Boston. But before we begin the playoffs, we need to create 8 alliances. Here's a video which helps explains the new alliance selection process and to remind you of this afternoon's playoff and award schedule. We'll be back in a few minutes when the timer hits 0 to begin alliance selection. Let's roll it.
During alliance selection, each team is allowed up to 3 representatives on the playing field, including 1 adult. Only a student is allowed to pick and accept or decline an invitation. When a team is ready to make their pick, only the alliance captain will walk to the MC to announce the pick. Teams will have 45 seconds to make their first selection and 90 seconds to make subsequent selections. The time remaining for each pick is shown on the timers on the playing field. The timer starts when the MC finishes asking the team to make their selection and stops when the team makes a valid selection. The timer will continue to run for an invalid selection, such as attempting to pick a team that is not at the event or is already a member of another alliance. Teams making a good faith effort when the clock hits 0 will be allowed to finish their pick. In the event of a decline, the timer is reset. If a team does not make a valid selection before time expires, they are skipped. Skipped teams will be revisited in order after each pick. Skipped teams will be skipped again until after the next pick, if they are not immediately ready to make a valid selection. At the final pick of each round, if a team does not make a valid selection before time expires, they are automatically assigned the highest ranked unpicked team. The number 1 team can select any team at the event to join their alliance. If the selected team declines the invitation, then another team is chosen until one accepts. Declining teams may not be selected by any subsequent alliance. Suppose Alliance 2 selects the 4th ranked team, who declines, and Alliance 2 selects another team, which accepts. It's then Alliance 3's turn to select from the available pool, which does not include the 4th ranked team. This process continues through Alliance 8. Notice that a team who had declined and become unavailable has moved up to become an Alliance captain. At the end of round 1, any remaining team that has declined an invitation is not eligible to participate in the playoffs because they cannot be selected. Between selection rounds, there's a 2-minute break for alliances to confer. After the break, Alliance 8 picks their 3rd team member from the remaining teams. Then Alliance 7 picks, continuing all the way back to the number 1 alliance. Alliance selection is complete when each alliance is composed of 3 teams. The remaining top 8 teams are backups who need to confirm with a lead queuer that they will play if called upon. Note that at the championship event, we had a 3rd selection round with round 2 timing to make 4-team alliances, and there are no backup teams. Good luck, teams.
teams, our timer has expired, and welcome to Alliance Selection. I know we've had a long few days, especially with the time change, but are you guys excited for Alliance Selection? There we go. So just a quick reminder how things are going to work on the field. When your number is called, please come join me on the field on your marker. We have Alliance number 1 over here in the corner. And it goes 2 on this side of the field. You go carefully under the barge. Students, please do not cross under the barge if you have to. Please go in through the outside of the field. We've got 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7 and 8 back on the other side. So now, we've reviewed the selection rules, so now it's time to create some alliances. Let's meet the number 1 ranked team with a record of 12 wins and 0 losses. Please welcome up Team 125.
Team 125, the Neutrons, is from Greater Boston Robotics, Boston Latin School, and Brookline High School, Nobles, and Revere High Schools in Revere, Massachusetts.
Alliance number 1, when you're ready, only one student must approach me to announce your selection. Your 45 seconds begins now, and you are now on the clock.
In honor of Isaac Harrington and on behalf of the Neutrons, we would like to extend an invitation to Team 5813.
Team 5813.
Team
You're good to go back.
5813, Morpheus, is a neighborhood group from Concord, New Hampshire.
5813, would you prefer to join or form your own alliance?
13, gratefully accept.
Congratulations. Next, we would like to invite Alliance Captain number 2. It seems 6201. Alliance number 2. One student must approach me when you are ready. Your 45 seconds begins now, and you are now on the clock.
Team 6201 is the Highlanders from Somerville High School in Somerville, Massachusetts.
Ready?
6201 would like to invite Team 6324 to join our alliance.
Team 6324.
Team 6324, the Blue Devils, is from Salem High School in Salem, New Hampshire.
6324, would you prefer to join or form your own alliance?
Team 6324 would love to cook with Team 6201.
Congratulations. Next, we'd like to invite up Alliance Captain number 3. It's 2713.
2713 is Red Hawk Robotics from Melrose High School in Melrose, Massachusetts.
You guys are going to be all the way in the far corner on the Blue Alliance side. So Alliance number 3, your 45 seconds begins now, and you are now on the clock. Ready?
Team 2713 would like to invite Team 78 to join our alliance.
Team 78.
Team 78, Airstrike, is from Aquidneck Island Robotics in Newport, Rhode Island.
Come on down.
Team 78 graciously accepts.
Congratulations. Next, we'd like to invite up Alliance Captain number 4. It's 4311.
Team 4311 is the Swampscott Currents from Swampscott High School in Swampscott, Massachusetts.
Alrighty, you guys are going to be in that far corner right up against the Blue Alliance driver station. Alliance number 4, please approach me when you're ready. Your 45 seconds begins now, and you are now on the clock.
Team 4311 would like to invite Team 2423 to join our alliance.
Team 2423.
Team 2423 is the Quarks from Watertown High School in Watertown, Massachusetts.
Would you prefer to join or form your own alliance?
Team 2423 would love to be your wingman.
Congratulations. All right, next up, we'd like to invite up Alliance Captain number 5. Is going to be Team 9729.
Team 9729 is the Knights from the Catholic Memorial School in West Roxbury, Massachusetts.
Who's going to be over there? Yep, that back corner. And then Alliance number 5, please approach me when you're ready. Your 45 seconds begins now, and you are now on the clock.
Team number 9729 would like to invite 5459 to our alliance.
Team 5459.
Team 5459 is the Ipswich Tigers from Ipswich High School in Ipswich, Massachusetts.
$54.59. Would you prefer to accept or form your own alliance? You gotta say, come to me first before you go over there.
Team 5459.
The Ipswich Tigers gratefully accepts.
Congratulations. Now you get to go over there. Alrighty. Let's invite up Alliance Captain number 6. It's going to be 5347.
Team 5347 is the Griffins from Cambridge School of Weston in Weston, Massachusetts.
You guys are going to be right behind me. All right, Alliance number 6, please approach me when you're ready. Your 45 seconds begins now, and you are now on the clock.
$53.47 would like to invite Team 509.
Team 509.
Team 509 is Red Storm from Bedford High School in Bedford, New Hampshire.
Would love to brew a storm with you guys and gratefully accept.
Congratulations. All right, we're going to invite up Alliance Captain number 7. It's going to be 6731.
Team 6731 is Record Robotics from Belmont Steam Alliance in Belmont, Massachusetts.
All right, Alliance number 7, please approach me when you're ready. Your 45 seconds begins now, and you are now on the clock. Right, just one student.
Team 6731 would love to make some music with Team 4048.
Team 4048.
Team 4048 is Redshift from Westboro High School in Westboro, Massachusetts.
Graciously accepts.
Congratulations. All right, and finally, we'd like to invite up Alliance Captain number 8. It's Team 3205.
Team 3205 is the Patriots, joining us from Concord Carlisle Regional High School in Concord, Massachusetts.
All right, Alliance number 8, when you're ready, only one student must approach me to announce your selection. Your 45 seconds begins now, and you are now on the clock.
Team 3205 would like to invite Team 69 to join us.
Team 69.
Team 69 Piper is from Quincy Public Schools in Quincy, Massachusetts.
Come on down.
69 Hyper thinks that'd be very nice. We accept.
Congratulations. All right, you're going over this way, back corner. There we go. All right, that concludes the first selection round. Before we begin round 2, the alliances will have 2 minutes to confer with each other, and we'll begin round 2 in just a couple minutes. All right, that concludes our 2-minute timer. We're about to see the strategies of these alliances play out as they look to partner with teams whose robots best complements their own to create the strongest possible alliance. The 8 alliances will compete in a double elimination playoff tournament leading to a best 2 out of 3 finals match. During the second round of selections, all teams have a 90-second limit to make their pick. Alliance number 8. When you're ready, one student must approach me to announce the selection. Your 90 seconds begins now, and you are now on the clock. All right, alliance number 8, who would you like to invite?
Team 3205 and Team 69 would like to invite Team 5112 to join us.
Team 5112.
Team 5112 is the Gongoliers from Pontiac High School in Foster, Gloucester, Rhode Island.
Team 5112 would love to row our boat with you.
Congratulations. All right, you guys are going to be in that corner over there. All right, alliance number 7, your 90 seconds begins now. You are now on the clock. All right, alliance number 7, you are ready.
Team 6731 and Team 4048 would like to invite Team 2876 to our team.
Team 2876.
2876 is the Devilbots from Burlington High School in Burlington, Massachusetts.
We heard you guys wanted to do a deal with the devil. Team 2876 gratefully accepts.
Congratulations. All right, you guys are going to tuck in right over there. Guys, this corner. Thank you. All right, alliance number 6, you are now on the clock. Ready? Ooh. There you go.
Team 5347 and Team 509 would like to invite Team 5735.
Team 5735.
Team 5735 is the Control Freaks from Wayland High School in Wayland, Massachusetts.
Five, 7, 3, 5 graciously accepts.
Congratulations. Alrighty, alliance number 4. Yeah, 4 or 5. You are now on the clock. My apologies. Your 90 seconds begins now. Huh?
Alliance number 5 would like to invite 151.
Team 151.
Team 151 is the Tough Techs. They are a team from Nashua North and Nashua South High Schools in Nashua, New Hampshire.
Gratefully accepts.
Congratulations. You guys are going to tuck it in that corner right there. Alliance number 4, your 90 seconds begins now. You are now on the clock. You're ready.
Team 4311 and 2423 would like to invite Team 8724 to join our alliance.
Team 8724.
Team 8724 is Mayhem. They are a family and community group from Bedford, New Hampshire.
Would love to cause mayhem with you.
Congratulations. You guys are going to go right over there. Alliance number 3, your 90 seconds begins now. You are now on the clock.
Team 2713 and Team 78 would like to invite Team 10254 to join our alliance.
Team 10254.
Team 10254 is the Regal Seagulls from Falmouth High School in Falmouth, Massachusetts.
Hello, Team 10254 gratefully accepts the invitation to this alliance.
Congratulations. All right, you're going to go right there. All right, alliance number 2, your 90 seconds begins now. You are now on the clock.
6201 and 6324 would like to invite Team 8626 to join our alliance.
Team 8626.
Team 8626 is the Cyber Sailors from Situate High School in Situate, Massachusetts.
Gratefully accepts.
Congratulations. You guys are going to go right there. Now, before alliance number 1 makes their final pick, there is 1 spot left in this tournament. After number 1 seed makes their final selection, it is still possible that the next 8 highest ranking unselected teams could compete. If a robot becomes non-functional during the tournament, each alliance has 1 opportunity to substitute in a robot from the backup pool. The backup teams will come in by ranking order, starting with the highest ranked remaining team. We'll need student representatives from the backup teams to confirm their participation in the playoff tournament with the lead queuer in just a moment. After alliance number 1 makes their pick, please stick around as we do have more announcements before alliance selection is over. But now it's time to find out who alliance number 1 would like to be a member of their alliance. Alliance number 1, your 90 seconds begins now. You are now on the clock.
Team 125 and Team 5813 would like to invite Team 175 to our alliance.
Team 175.
Team 175, Buzz Robotics, is from Enfield High School in Enfield, Connecticut.
Buzz would be all smiles to join your alliance.
Congratulations. All right, now alliance selection is not over. We have a couple more announcements before everyone goes. So, well, it looks like this is going to be an exciting tournament. Let's give a big round of applause for all the teams competing here in Greater Boston. Teams, you gave it your all here this weekend, and if you weren't selected for the playoffs, pick an alliance to cheer for anyways. Now, all we need are the alliance captains to stay here on the field for a meeting with our head referee to review the playoff rules. It is now allowed to swap out the alliance captain if needed. We're going to let the alliances strategize and prepare for the playoff tournament, which will be starting promptly at 1:45 p.m. We'll be presenting many awards between the playoff rounds, and we will have the closing ceremonies immediately following the playoff tournament. We'll see you back here to begin the playoffs again at 1:45, and don't forget to bring your capricious professionalism. Thank you, everybody. Remember, Alliance captains must stay on the field for a meeting with our head referee. Again, Alliance captains, please don't run away. You still have a meeting with our head referee.